Fortnite is increasing the price of V-Bucks while lowering the amount that you get per dollar for the ultimate CEO Grand Slam Home Run of the Year. And I want to talk about it. In case you guys don't know, V-Bucks is the currency used in Fortnite to buy cosmetics. You can get skins, camos, songs even for the ultimate dress to impress experience inside of Fortnite. And currently they're under a lot of flack because the CEO announced that they're going to be increasing the prices for V-Bucks, and a lot of people aren't happy about it. I'm your host Seb, and if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and comment down below what's your favorite game that's been corrupted by corporate greed. Currently mine right now is Clash Royale, but I mean they're on a little bit of a come up. Shout out Supercell, I guess, for listening to the community, but apart from that, I mean, go ahead and let me know what you guys think. But I want to go ahead and dive into this. Now, the thing with corporate CEOs is that there's been this really big trend recently where they're wanting to hire a lot of people that are coming in as like business majors to try and look at their financials and try to increase profits. But it usually comes at the expense of their base or their quality because they're focusing so much on just making sure everything is profit that they forget about like keeping long-term customers for short-term success. And we're seeing this with Fortnite by the combo that they're doing, increasing the prices and reducing the amount that you get. Because previously it used to be $8 and you got like 1,000 V-Bucks, and now it's going to be $9 for 800. And then also their like monthly subscription, they're lowering the total amount of V-Bucks that you get from that. And they're limiting like all the benefits that you get from the subscription to only be inside of that month. And so like even though their battle passes last like 2 to 3 months, before you used to get all of it for the whole long length of it, and now they're just reducing it to just those 30 days. So if you don't finish your battle pass, well, tough luck for you. And the worst part about this is that they're trying to mask it as them trying to help pay the bills. It's literally quote for quote like what they said, and how this is going to help free up their dev team so that way they can focus on more creative expenses and have more freedom, which I completely don't understand. Because if you guys are making good skins and maybe you just increase the price of the V-Bucks for like the rarity of them, maybe you guys are still going to see the profits. Like, you don't have to increase the total amount of V-Bucks, because currently they've been increasing the prices of all their products. And so now this is just like an even bigger like nail in the coffin. It's like fuck you to the player base because they're just so focused on money. And this is just another common example of these video game CEOs being out of touch with their player bases. And I guess it's not even just video game CEOs, it's literally just all CEOs being out of touch with their like consumer base. Because people buy these skins to like look cool, to feel good about themselves. Maybe it's a collab that they like, but at the end of the day, it's to make them happy. And they're taking this away from people, and they're obviously upsetting some. And it really sucks because they gross $6 billion in profit. And I couldn't find an exact number as to like how much of that they actually ended up taking home, like after they paid all of their bills. But I'm sure that there was plenty for them to like have a yacht for the CEO and maybe even a yacht for like their lead developer. But I guess that's not enough. They want to go get like their 30th yacht maybe in a year. And it's just so ridiculous. And I really wish that I could say that this was just Fortnite, but it's not true. I mean, like I mentioned earlier, my favorite corporate greed is like Supercell right here. You know, that one of my favorite mobile games is Clash Royale. And these guys literally ran their game down to the point where it took all of their content creators to leave before they decided to go ahead and make some changes for their game. And then just recently, I saw some clips about one of the Overwatch developers who used to make all of those like videos about the new heroes or new updates that they're introducing. He was saying how whenever they got like a new CEO back in 2020, the guy sat him down and had a conversation with him and said, hey, we're going to try to make this amount of money in this amount of time. And if for some reason we can't do it, it's going to be on you. And I'm going to go lay off a bunch of people, and it's going to be all on you. And like, first of all, like biggest dick in the world, right? But second of all, it's like, why are we focusing on the number of like revenue that we're getting? Like, sure, profit is awesome, but shouldn't the long-term goal be sustained growth, right? Like, if you just take all the money out of everybody right now and you don't meet their quality expectations, they're not going to come back. And so sure, you might get like $10 billion in 1 year, but you could have had like $50 billion in 4 years or whatever, you know? And it's just so ridiculous to me. I don't understand like why these people are so like blindsided. And like I said, it's not even just video games anymore, right? Like one thing I'm debating how I want to tell the story, but basically I used to work for a big Fortune 500 company, right? As an intern. And the biggest problem that I heard all those people talking about is how they decided to hire a business CEO instead of their engineering CEOs that they used to have. And it's not to say that the business person was the problem, but it's the fact that the business person, all they had in mind was like money, money, money. Let's switch to cheaper products or cheaper materials, and let's focus on pumping and dumping as many planes as possible. When the engineers were saying, hey, why don't we focus on upgrades? And, sure, we might take a little bit more time, but then we'll have good quality planes. They'll stay up in the sky. People will keep coming back to us. And then all of a sudden, we're seeing a lot of stuff in the news where these big airplane companies are crashing a lot. And you start to wonder, like, maybe that's because they're focusing so much on trying to pump and dump a lot of product out that they're forgetting how to make the product good in the first place, so that, you're actually taking care of people and you're keeping them safe. And that's literally like ethics 101 is, safety, but that's a different topic for another day. Just focusing on your consumer base and producing a high quality product. I thought that was always the goal of a business, but I guess that they're losing sight nowadays and just focusing on making a profit, that they don't really care about the consumer base. And that's just super sad to see. And I hate it. And I feel so bad for anybody who still plays Fortnite. I mean, I play it from time to time occasionally. I'm still a fan of like some of the modes in the game. I don't play it all the time. But I know that there's plenty of people out there that still play this as like their number one game. And it's super sad to see, because like I know with my video game company, like I know what it's like to see your game get run down into the ground, something that you poured a lot of time in and effort into, and then you just see that they don't respect you the same way. For any of you CEOs out there that might stumble upon my video, all I gotta say is that greed sucks, and you should really prioritize your player base or customer base or whoever it is first before the end profit. Because if you take care of your people, then the money will come. They'll stay loyal. And I promise you, like, I know you can't make everybody happy, but you can sure damn well make everybody unhappy. And that is not the path that you guys want to go. And so I really hope to anybody that is listening to this, that's got a company that might take some influence from me, please, please, please take care of your customers. But that's all I got to say about today. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a great day.